Hi, this is Larry, and here's a more in-depth review of my Daihatsu Tanto Kei car. This is a 2010 Daihatsu Tanto. It's the second generation. It comes with it comes with a key with an auto opening door, and you'll see that opens automatically. It's one of the first with an automatic sliding door in a Kei car, besides the vans. And these were a really big hit when they came out, but especially in 2014 when the third generation came out. This is the second gen, they're in the fourth gen now. And these became a big hit just because of their cost and how convenient they were. They had a really big size. And I think what a lot of people want to know is, how much did you pay for it? And I paid $655, including the shock end. And I'm going to do a cost breakdown later, but what the Tanto is the most famous for are its tiny B pillars. Let me zoom out. There we go. This has no B pillars, and that's its. Tanto means very much in Spanish or Italian, not sure, or a lot. And this car, they use that because it has a lot of space. It's got a ton of headroom, probably more headroom than most regular cars. And then the B pillar, it actually has a B pillar. You can see the hooks down there. They're built into this door. So all the other doors are lightweight, except for this door. This door is really heavy. You're like, oh man, that is heavy. Why? Because they built the B pillar in here. So it's not as dangerous as you think. So I was like, oh my God, no B pillar, you're going to die. But then you find out actually it does have a B pillar. It's just built into the door. Let's do a quick walk around. The looks it's cute. It's kind of benign, to be honest, but it's cute. And this one's in good condition for being a 15-year-old car. It comes with a 660cc engine. This one's the base model. There's two models. There's an S and a custom. And so this one's the base without a turbo. And then this has a smaller 13-inch wheels. The larger ones have 14-inch. It's like a little box and a big box, but this shape is what all of the others follow. Sorry, I have the auto key in my pocket. And when I get close, it keeps opening and closing. So the main competitor for these would be the Honda N-Box, which is it's the best-selling Kei car in Japan. The Suzuki Spacia, or it used to be the Palette, and then the Mitsubishi also they make a mini Delica now that's really popular, but there's a ton of them. And Kei cars, I think, outsell regular cars in Japan now. But the 2014 was the best-selling model in Japan. They sold about 250,000 that year. That had two sliding doors, but the basic look has remained essentially the same. But these cars became super popular because they're so darn practical. They can do highway speeds and they sip gas. I think this gets about 67 miles to the gallon, I think it's 27 kilometers per liter or something like that. But they're super practical because they have a ton of space, tons of headroom, tons of space in the back. And they're just so practical. You can see this, if you fold the seat flat, it turns into a tray. I'll show you that. So that becomes a tray, so you can kind of hang out here and drink your drinks while waiting for your kids or whatever. And then there's pockets literally everywhere. It's got a really big pocket here. It's got a pocket here. It's got a pocket here. It's got a pocket in the front. By the way, if you're wondering what the hell is the airbag's actually built in up here and it comes out like that. So it's got cup holders. It's got a pocket here as well. It's literally got space everywhere. Cup holders here and here. It's like super practical. And then the other cool thing is they have built-in hooks. They took, like, the people who use this people don't commute in Japan much. If you commute, it's going to be much cheaper to commute by. This has like a retractable hook here for a bag as well, and that one has it, but it's covered by these are seat covers. It's just got lots of little practical touches that make this car so practical. So keeping the custom version actually has storage up on the top as well. They have storage bins on the top and in the back. So there's just tons of storage, but also you get tons of leg room. So I have the seats pulled up a little bit, but you can see the back seats are adjustable, so they can move and recline. And then also you can fold them completely back in the floor so that you have a ton of space forward. And I'll go do that. I'll show that to you right now. So to fold the seat, you just hit that, and then you pull on that, and then the whole seat will pull forward. Here, not able to see me doing it. I'll do it now. Okay, so you can see, and I have this seat forward, but you can see it's completely flat here. I'm going to do that on the other side, and I'll show you how much space you get. And if you go here and fold this flat as well, oh, I have the seat cushion there. But anyway, you can just see you have a ton of space here. You can lie flat in it if you want to. Yeah, a ton of space here. And then the first section here, which is, maybe about 1.5 meters, is almost completely flat. So just so spacious. And then as you can see, the windows are massive on it, so you got great visibility. To give you an idea of how spacious it is, I just walked in and I'm literally standing in it. Here, let me see if I can, I'll go rotate it. Well, I won't rotate it, but you can literally stand in the car. I mean, that's how much space is in it. It's so spacious in there. Let me go show you the interior a little bit better, the driving position. First of all, you got an adjustable steering wheel, so you can move under here. You hit that. It doesn't telescope, it just goes up and down, but you can move it any way you want. So I'm like kind of in the middle, which is fine. Emergency brakes down there. It has a super minimalist, the custom version is a better dashboard, but it's super minimalist. If I turn the key a little bit, you'll see all the idiot lights are there too, and then the mileage and stuff. This has about 140,000 kilometers, or about 85,000 miles. The air conditioner is automatic, and it works great. And ETC for electronic toll collection. So that's cool. You just hit auto and put the temperature and it does everything. You don't have to think about anything. Most of them have a screen here for the backup camera. Mine didn't have that, or actually I think it had it, but it was removed before I bought it. What do you want for $655? But it has everything. So if you want to, you can control the locks here, or you can close the sliding door from here as well. So you can open and close it if you want. So it's so convenient. And you can do that on both of them. A lot of them have heated seats. I don't have that on mine. And these cars run in Japan new between $8,000 and $15,000. So this has no problem doing 85 miles on the highway. It's limited to 84. There's a limiter on it, I believe. So that's about 130 kilometers per hour, something like that. 135. I think it's 138 or something like that. But yeah, you can do about 85 miles an hour in it. And it happily cruises at 120 on the highway, no problem, which is about 75 miles an hour. Yeah, let me go. By the way, it's super cheap to maintain. It's a CVT. So basically, they call it a 4-speed CVT, but it's just a CVT. So you step on it, it goes up to 4,000 RPM, kind of stays there as you gain speed. Typical CVT, once you get used to it, you kind of know. And then the retracting hooks are here. That's kind of cool. It's a little tight. And then it has another retracting hook here. So these are kind of cool. This is, they really thought about it. So if you have a bag or something, you can hook a bag on these. So it's super practical. And then if you need to get a tissue or something like that, I have my my phone holder on there. And why don't I show you the engine really quick? Okay, so this has got to be one of the smallest hoods in the front, but you can see I've opened it already. And sorry, it's going to keep doing that because I'm going to just put the key here and hopefully it'll stop. But this has the KEVE engine, I think it is. It's a 3-cylinder, 660cc. This one has 58 horsepower, and I think it's 60 pound-feet of torque. But they have a turbocharged one, and that gives you 64 horsepower, but way more torque. I think it's 80 pound-feet of torque, or maybe 100 pound-feet of torque, a lot more. They actually make chips, they're illegal, but you can get a lot more power out of them. And then the gas mileage is excellent. It's like, I think it's 67 miles to the gallon. And then the newer versions, I think some of them get up to 85 miles to the gallon. It's super easy to maintain this engine. This is the air filter. This literally just pops off. You shove the air filter in there. You pull this off, you can get to the spark plugs and the coils. Oil change is super simple. Oil goes in there. It's super easy to access from the bottom. It uses a tractor or uses like a go-kart battery or something. I guess I'll go into costs here. I paid $655 for this car when I bought it, but I actually paid only 350 because I paid 50,000 yen for the car and about 45,000 yen for the inspection. And that's a 2-year inspection every car must have. And you can tell it's every 2 years. This one's good until Reiwan 9 June or 2027, June 2027. So, and then, so that works out to about $355. And I spent about another 350 for the inspection of the car to get that inspection and then the car itself. So total, I have 655. But I did add a new battery. It was 4 years old. It ran with it, but I wanted a new battery. So that was $30. Air filter was like $7. Oil filter was like, I think that was like $3 or $2. I mean, and then I put new wipers on it. I think those worked out to $15 for all three. I mean, there's so many. It's so cheap to maintain this car. It uses 2.8 liters of oil, or about, less than 3 quarts of oil in an oil change. So it's super, super simple. And then because it's so lightweight, it drives really well. And I'm going to just give you, I'll go in the passenger side and give you an idea of the driving. So, before I go in there, I just want to give you an idea. It's not a soft suspension, but it's for these kind of Kei cars. Suzuki will have the best handling. The Honda N-Box is between, this will have the softest. The N-Box is going to be in between the two. So it has more of a large car wallowy feeling to it. Right, back in the car. I'm going to go for a ride. I'll take it for a ride later, but and give you driving impressions. But just sitting behind the wheel, first of all, the AC is going to come on. It's automatic. And you just set it to the temperature you want. Here, I'm going to set it all the way down to low. It's going to crank on, you'll hear it. But it works great, super cold. The main thing about this car that you notice when you drive it is how easy it is to see out of it. The windows are huge. They're like, I can't even touch it from here, right? But they're massive. So you have fantastic visibility in this car. I mean, and then look how big, these are massive. Probably the biggest sunshades I've ever seen. They're huge, just massive sunshades, but they work great. But this car, it's so easy to see out of. It just has great visibility. So if you can see it, and you can see it's so spacious in here. I don't know if you can tell, but I just feel like I have so much headroom. It's literally from here to here. It's just so much headroom. So, and then driving impressions, the car drives, it's a bit wallowy, honestly. It has a fantastic turning radius. It's super tight, most Kei cars are, so you can make turns that you just didn't think were possible. But it feels soft and wallowy, like the suspension super soft, and it's designed that way. This is not for, high speed, precise driving. If you want that, the Suzuki Spacer or the Palette are much better. So anyway, let's go do some driving impressions. Driving the Daihatsu Tanto, just like any other Kei car, although it's a little wallowy. The Japanese person who owned it before me really cared for it. They owned it for like 13 years and really did great maintenance on it. Acceleration's good. It'll easily cruise at 85 miles an hour on the highway, do 65, no problem. The car drives really well, like any other economy car, to be honest. So it climbs pretty well. As you probably can't tell, there's a really steep hill. And it goes right up, no problem. This is typical Japanese road, super narrow. This is a two-way road, so you have to use your mirrors, live and die by your mirrors on this road. This is the backside of Inamorisaki and Shichigahama. But it's a local road, because otherwise it's quite busy here. But as you can see, the car has no issues at all climbing hills. It can do 85 on the highway all day long. For Japan, these cars make total sense. As you can see, the Tanto drives great. I'm doing about 50 right now, almost 60. And the Tanto drives great. No problem at all. Great car, especially for $355. Driving the Daihatsu Tanto, you can see the countryside, or actually this is near Yokohama. I'm doing about 65, 70, actually closer to 75 now. The ride is wallowy. It's not as precise as a Suzuki Spacia, and it's softer than the Honda N-Box. So this is designed to be really soft, and it's kind of wallowy, to be honest. But it's fine. The speeds are great. I'm doing almost 80 now. I was closer to 80 miles an hour for a second there, about 130 kilometers an hour. Yeah, the car drives great. You can drive all day, and I get about when you do average speeds, you get about 80 mile or 67 to 70 miles to the gallon on this thing. Kind of closing. I didn't expect to like this car so much. To be honest, I bought this because I needed a car to go up to our. We have a house by a ski area in Japan, in Naiba, and I bought this because I was going to rent a car. But then it would cost. This ended up. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. It popped up, and I was like, I'll just buy this for, it's about the same as renting a car. But then I started driving it, and I really like it. I think I'm going to keep it as our main car. It's so practical. I don't know if you can tell. So here's my car, and you can see how narrow the roads are up there. Here, I'll zoom it up there. This drives right up it. While a regular car, it's very, very tenacious, to say the least. So, but this goes right up it. So, yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a little wallowy, but I might actually have to sell it because this one doesn't have four-wheel drive. The other one, I can find one that does. But I wasn't even looking at buying a Tanto, but now I'm going to be looking for a four-wheel drive version and then probably be my main car in Japan. I just was surprised at how well it did on the highway. So, yeah, that's the Daihatsu Tanto. I just love how big the windows are and the look. It's kind of cute. Anyway, thanks for watching.